Warriors, welcome back to Gods of Alliance. If you're here, it means you want power, knowledge, and control over the battlefield. This is not luck. This is strategy. Let's break the game together. Today we're talking about a hero that many players thought would slowly disappear from the arena. A hero that is no longer one of the newest releases. A hero that has seen countless meta changes come and go. And yet, she's still here, still winning battles, still appearing in Battlefield, still creating problems for players who underestimate her. Today we're talking about Oya, and after the arrival of Relics, she may be stronger than many people realize. Let's see why. Now before we talk about skills, relics, builds, and teams, let's talk about Oya herself. Because Oya is one of those heroes that brings much more than simple damage. She hits hard. She punishes shields. She manipulates enemy positioning. She supports aggressive teams. And she can fit into multiple different lineups. That flexibility is exactly why Oya remains relevant even today. She's not a hero that dominates every battle, but in the right team, she can completely change the outcome of a fight. Now, let's break down her abilities. Starting with Shield Breaker. This is Oya's main offensive strike. She attacks the closest enemy and deals a large amount of physical damage. But that's not all. Any enemy marked by Oya also receives part of that damage. And once the legendary upgrade is unlocked, shielded enemies take significantly more damage from all of Oya's abilities. Right away, you can see the direction of the hero. Oya hates shields, and that's going to become very important later. Next comes Hunting. And honestly, this is one of the most interesting skills in her entire kit. Oya marks the enemy with the lowest health as her prey. Then she pulls that enemy closer. And if you've played Hero Wars long enough, you already know how powerful repositioning can be. Pulling a vulnerable hero out of position can completely ruin an enemy formation. On top of that, allies receiving healing gain additional critical hit chance. And nature heroes receive an even bigger bonus. This skill alone creates incredible opportunities for aggressive teams. Then we have Overwhelming, a fast sequence of attacks that becomes stronger with each hit. The longer the combo continues, the more damage Oya deals. And against shielded enemies, the damage spreads even further. This allows Oya to pressure multiple targets at the same time and creates surprisingly strong burst potential. Finally, we have Brutal Onslaught. This is where Oya gains additional sustain. Whenever allies land critical hits or break enemy shields, health is restored. Nature heroes gain an even larger benefit. This helps aggressive teams stay alive longer and continue applying pressure throughout the battle. Now let's move into the relics. And this is where things become very interesting. Starting with Predator Bite. Every 10 seconds, Oya attacks the nearest enemy and every shielded enemy on the battlefield. Simple, direct, effective, more damage, more pressure, and more punishment for shield-based teams. The second relic upgrades Shield Breaker. Now a much larger portion of the damage spreads to shielded enemies. This means Oya becomes even better against defensive teams built around protection effects. More damage, more pressure, more problems for your opponent. Now we arrive at the relics that can truly change Oya. Overwhelming. This relic causes each hit of the skill to burn energy from shielded enemies. Now Oya isn't just damaging enemies. She's delaying ultimates. She's disrupting timing. She's slowing down the entire enemy team. This is a much bigger upgrade than many players realize. And then we have Huntress's Fury, potentially the most impactful relic of them all. Every time a shield is applied to an enemy, Oya gains additional damage. Think about that for a second. Against teams that constantly generate barriers, Oya can continue stacking offensive pressure throughout the fight. This is one of the reasons why I believe these final relics can significantly change her overall value. Now, let's talk about building priorities, starting with skins. The first priority is physical attack. And honestly, this shouldn't surprise anyone. Most of Oya's damage scales directly from physical attack. The stronger her attacks become, the stronger her entire kit becomes. That is why both physical attack skins should come first. After that comes armor penetration. Damage means nothing if enemies can simply absorb it. Armor penetration allows Oya to cut through defensive heroes and maximize her damage output. Next comes health, because dead heroes don't deal damage. Keeping Oya alive means more hunting activations, more relic triggers, and more overall value. After health comes strength, a fantastic stat that improves both offensive and defensive scaling. Then comes crushing. Very useful, very powerful, especially in specific compositions, but not a higher priority than the previous stats. And finally, armor. Extra resistance is always welcome, but compared to the offensive value provided by the other skins, armor comes last. Now let's move into artifacts. First priority, Ring of Strength. Strength helps Oya survive longer while also improving her overall effectiveness. An easy #1 priority. Second comes Ancestor's Sword. The additional critical hit chance fits perfectly into Oya's design and increases her offensive consistency. Finally, we have Warrior's Code. Critical hit chance and physical attack are both excellent stats. But compared to the previous priorities, this artifact comes slightly later. For glyphs, push them as high as possible. And the priority order is simple: health, strength, physical attack, critical hit chance, magic defense. Follow that order and you'll be in great shape. Spark of Power, maxed. As always, no surprises there. Now let's talk about talismans. The first talisman gives strength and critical hit chance. And honestly, for most players, this is already fantastic. Strength scales everything. Critical hit chance increases offensive consistency. Simple, reliable, effective. The second talisman gives physical attack and crushing. Physical attack is the foundation of Oya's damage. The more you have, the better. And the crushing bonus can become very interesting in specific team compositions built around that mechanic. Neither option is bad. Both are powerful. The choice simply depends on the team you're building. Now, let's jump into the battles. Our first team is Oya, Yasmin, Berna, Guis, and Octavia. Watch how quickly this team starts applying pressure. Yasmin loves the opportunities created by Oya. Octavia amplifies the offensive potential. And once hunting starts disrupting enemy positioning, things become very dangerous very quickly. This team combines assassination, critical hits, and constant pressure. A terrifying combination. Next we have Electra, Oya, Berna, Soleil, and Iris. A much more explosive lineup. Multiple damage threats, multiple win conditions, and Oya helping create openings through hunting and anti-shield pressure. This team can overwhelm opponents before they have time to stabilize. Our third team is Oya, Kayla, Guis, Soleil, and Aiden. Here we see Oya supporting a powerful physical damage core. Kayla benefits enormously from opportunities created by enemy repositioning. Meanwhile, Guis and Aiden provide the sustain needed to keep the pressure going. Then we have Oya, Berna, Soleil, Folio, and Polaris. A team built around synergy and battlefield control. Oya creates the openings. The rest of the team exploits them. Every small advantage starts turning into a bigger advantage. And that's exactly how this composition wins fights. Finally, we have Electra, Oya, Drain, Berna, and Guis. Pure aggression, pure pressure. This team doesn't want long battles. It wants to overwhelm opponents immediately. And Oya fits perfectly into that style. Now, let's finish with the verdict. Oya remains one of the most versatile warriors in Hero Wars Alliance. She's not the newest hero. She's not the most talked about hero. But she continues to find success because her kit offers something very valuable. Flexibility. She works with assassins. She works with critical hit teams. She works with nature heroes. She works with multiple aggressive compositions. And hunting remains one of the most useful positioning tools available in the game. The ability to pull enemies out of formation can completely change a battle. The teams shown today are only examples. Many more options exist. And honestly, the final 2 relics may change Oya even further once fully upgraded. As for talismans, the strength and critical hit chance version is excellent and will be enough for most situations. The physical attack and crushing version is equally powerful and may become the preferred choice in specific team compositions. Either way, Oya remains relevant. Oya remains dangerous. And thanks to Relics, she may be entering a new chapter of her Hero Wars career. Warriors, this is how we play the game. Not randomly, not blindly, with knowledge, with precision, with control. We don't build randomly. We build with intention. Master the mechanics. Control the fight. Let's break the game together.